bowels of that black forest, I found something worse than hell. A vision of what I was becoming.
It's not often I see one of our own, especially one as young and foolish as yourself. Nonetheless, drink. Drink deep and indulge your gift.
Gift? Vorador thought my curse a blessing. That we were gods. That mortals offered their blood as sacrifice so that we could enjoy our supernatural powers. And somewhere, deep inside my new self, I knew that he was right. That mortal dreams were prayers. Prayers to us. Begging us for power. I pondered this as the decadent old fool prattled on about his past. A boorish account of how he defeated Malek of the Sarafen and took his vengeance upon the Circle of Nine for supporting the Sarafen Holy War to exterminate us.
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses! After slaughtering 6 of the sheep, I defeated their pathetic little shepherd, Malek. Since then, our kind has not bothered with the cattle, except to feed. And I suggest you do the same. Meddling with the affairs of man can do us no good. Sarafan witch hunts are much too tedious to concern ourselves with. Am I understood, Kain? Good. Take this ring. If you ever need assistance, it will summon you. Despite your youthful arrogance, you amuse me, Kain. It would be such a pity to lose you to the abyss. Now be gone!
Hey folks, Keric here and welcome back to more Blood Omen. That was Vorador, the infamous, or soon to be infamous I guess.
My visit with Vorador only strengthened my resolve. His power uncontested by mortals, he had fallen to another enemy. Decadence has claimed itself many a great warrior.
Indeed it has, Kain. Okay, so well we're here, into mist form, through this weird thing on the wall and we can make our way into a secret room. Right, so we've got water, never good, and lots of shooty guys, wonderful. Time to get the old lightning bolts flying. Shit, that's a mist trap. The mist traps in the game gradually pull you towards it. You can walk out of the pull of them whenever you're in normal form. Whenever you're in mist form, they kind of catch your feet or whatever the hell it is in their inner workings, and you get pretty much no chance of getting away. something to watch out for, especially whenever you've got big groups of enemies around. Really is nothing worse than being caught on one of those bloody things and having a hell of a lot of enemies just pile up on top of you. As you can see, straight in the middle in mist form. Got no chance. I think if you wiggle the pad enough, you can generally work your way out, but it's just easier to switch into normal. Switch back to mist outside, and then we can go walkies around on the water and pick up all these lovely goodies. So yeah, that was Vorador. The guy who killed Malik the first time around. And the item we picked up was his ring, as you'll have seen in the cutscene. We will need that later on. Our instrument for getting rid of Malik the second time, since we can't actually kill him ourselves. And that pretty much finishes up our time in the Termogent Forest and in Vorador's mansion. Oh, a little bit of a drink while we're here. Oh, it doesn't show up on the map. I wanted to see what was down south. I bet it's a save. Yeah, stuff it. Don't want to save. Let's get rid of this lassie. Drain ourselves a couple of bodies. Add a couple of corpses to the total. And we're pretty much just making our way out of this area now. Oh damn, there's a thing up there as well. Bugger it. Must have missed one of the switches on the way around. Not really needed at this point though. Is that a post?
Control. This
No, I don't want spells. I want a mace. There we go. I want to equip it. Okay, so it's not storable. Fair enough then. That kind of defeated the whole point of going over to that side. Anyway, let's just leave. Sort it. Don't even think we need a save there. So back outside we go.
And so I left that place, with clear knowledge of what sort of monster I would become if I let my curse consume me, and with an ally for the future.
Worth bearing in mind that Vorador and most of the characters that show up in this, the main ones anyway, will show up pretty much the whole way through the series, including the Soul Reaver games. So it's always good. Well, the main reason why I did this game, because as I've said before, it is kind of boring to watch. The whole voice acting thing in it kind of still gives me shivers up my spine. It's friggin' good. But as for something to watch...
A triad congregates at the roof of the world, Kain. A plot to twist the land, to shape the world. North is where your vengeance lies.
And there we go, our first glimpse of Dark Eden. But yeah, the actual combat in the game is kind of boring to watch, so unfortunately I'm left in a situation where, to get you the story, I'm having to run through it. I don't really want to skip a load of stuff, but it doesn't seem kind of right to do it that way. Have a little wander off to the left. Yep, that statue will have that. And back again. So, Dark Eden. Kind of a weird place in it. I think is probably one of the most annoying areas in the entire bloody game. So if I do swear a hell of a lot, you'll know why. Let's make our way down and get rid of some of these bloody wolves. There we go, easily dealt with. Oh, come on, hit him. So yeah, as I said, a lot of the characters will repeat in later games, so I felt it was worthwhile running through this game, basically, for the story. So that whenever we do come to the later games, which I will be doing, no way in hell I'm not going to do Legacy of Kain series. But whenever we come to them, at least you'll have the background information with regards to them. Oh, hello. Thank God for the fire sword, eh? Oh dear. No! Crows are not actually physical. They're kind of like magical bolts rather than anything. Projectiles, I suppose. Can't smack them and get rid of them. I'm running through in my head a whole load of references to Wizard of Oz. Purely because he's a scarecrow. And it's the only reference I can actually think of to a scarecrow. But all of them are kind of shit. Just go back very, very quickly and have a look up here. So if we can get up here without the flipping scarecrow. Oh, shit, 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 no. Yeah, get rid of his head. Oh well, nothing exciting there. Carry on round, have a look, see if there's anything exciting in the village. I can't remember there being anything major just yet. God, I've got so many things in my head about this bloody game rattling round. Dark Eden. Yeah, probably one of the most annoying sections in the game purely because of the amount of poison. Every bloody thing in it is either poison, spit poison, licks you with poison tongue, I don't know, sticks a poison willy in you. Right. Get some blood. No way into the wardrobe. Mind you, we've already had the Wizard of Oz, we don't really need the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe while we're at it. Although the Lion would kind of put the two together. Ah, playing Legacy of Kain, I'm talking about the Wizard of fucking Oz. Can you tell it's been a long day? One of the great things about working again, I get money at the end of the month. And I also have no need to fill my day with endless crap. This is actually one of the creatures. I don't know if you can see it through the bars. It's like a weird mole with teeth. That's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, working again. Kind of great because I don't have to fill my day up with endless crap. But it's also bad because it doesn't give me a lot of time. Right, a couple more doors to explore in this area. Yeah, sort of you. I'll set your dress on fire. I don't know why I bought... Oh shit, yeah. I was gonna say I don't know why I bother going around here, but considering half the stuff being dropped is antitoxin. I think it's probably worthwhile. You'll see why very shortly. Just make our way around town and pick up whatever we can, really. The more of those antitoxins we can get, the better. Literally, I think we're going to be pushing it in terms of using them up. Although there are quite a few here, which is good news. Just check in case there's any secrets, but nope. Like the game counts jumping over the bar as a secret. A little bit pointless. Hence why I'm not bothering with them.
In my travels, I learned much about the legend of Janos Audron. Here in this quaint pastoral village of Ustenheim, that dark enemy was born. Janos preyed upon its peasants until he was finally hunted down and executed.
Janos Audron will be a big name in the series. Just bear in mind. So this is where he came from. Also worth remembering that those Heart of Darkness that Kain keeps, well, drinking from basically extra lives in the game or a health boost, those belong to Janos Audron. There we go, just picked one up. Talk of the devil. So yeah, he's pretty steeped in myth himself, and he's kind of a prime shaker and mover in terms of the game. I've been in here before, haven't I? No, I haven't. Christ, there's only 4 doors. Try and get some blood off these while I'm here. I may as well leave with a full health bar. Really no point in walking out of here with some... Question is, do I go mist form and try and go through that door? Or do I ignore it and leave because I can't be arsed? I can't tell whether the door's actually shut or whether it's a grill. Oh, stuff that I can't be arsed. And I think that pretty much does us for the village. And we've got a full health bar, which is good. So we can just make our way north now. Get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, sodden trees. They really are the only use for the 2 axes in the game. I just kind of wish they'd put the weapons onto the same kind of selection screen thing that spells and pickups are on. Items. Those make a hell of a lot more sense than going into your start menu every single time. Right. Dark Eden, here we go. Yep. That thing spits poison at us. And the little guy kind of shits out a whole load of projectiles. Can't think of any other way to describe it. Flame Sword is probably your best friend in this area. Let's get rid of him. Those clouds are kind of heat-seeking as well. Really just want to stay the friggin' hell away from them.
The poor wretch was warped beyond recognition. To think it was once human.
As you can see, that thing that spat on me has just turned my blood bar green. Which means I'm poisoned, so yep. We had 18 antitoxins. We'll keep an eye on that as we go along. I'm expecting it to drop pretty quickly. We will need a shitload in here.
Such strange creatures that had been spawned by this dark magic. Things half insect and half mammal. Human torsos grafted onto abominations of the flesh. Sick as it was, I couldn't help but admire its creator's ingenuity.
Every time one of them manages to spit on you, you'll have to use yet another antitoxin. So it's kind of worth, if you can, using the game's mechanics against them, in that they only fire out projectiles on the 8 cardinal points. So if you kind of stand in between those, generally, you'll be okay. There are 2 caves in this area. We'll have a look through both of them. I have a feeling one of them might be a blood fountain. Blood fount. Here comes old fat ass. I'm not sure I really want to fight you, mate. Let's just nip in here.
The blood of
There we go.
flows so sweet. Come, drink from us.
And if I remember correctly, this increases our mana regen.
Your magic energy recovers
There we go.
more quickly, for our blood enhances.
Oh shit, they're all back. Bollocks. Which, coincidentally, is pretty much what he looks like. Oh. What the... I hope that's some kind of a dog. Alright, we'll go misform and just make our way over. Oh, shit. Okay, so misform doesn't work over lava then.
Darkness.
That really wasn't planned. I just assumed it would be like everything else and that you can walk over it in misform. Obviously bloody not. That took off the health at a hell of a rate. Mind you, you would expect it to, but... Let's have another drink. Get rid of this little bugger. Some more antitoxins as well, which is always handy in this area. As you've seen. Okay, we're gonna have to mind control him, I guess. Which have we got? Yeah, we do. Good. And pick those up and flick the switch. Ah. Okay, that's how you do it then. Don't just march out onto the lava. Okay, I'm back out into the world of the spitting ball bags. Great. I really don't like this area. Part of the problem as well is because they're poisoned, you can't really rely on them for blood because it'll damage you. Let's change my items over as well.
Nupraptor's head. Antitoxin.
Have we never given his head back?
This cleanses...
Alright, I'm back to blue. Right, I'm back to red. For a fraction of a bloody second. Even though it was cool having him spill his guts out. I really hate having to use an item after every battle. Almost as much as I hate having to use these bloody axes to cut down a single tree. The funny thing is, back whenever the game was made, doing stuff like this didn't feel like it was a chore. Like game design and UI design certainly has come on a hell of a long way. Because at this point it certainly does feel like a bloody chore. And we're going to have to cure ourselves again, aren't we? Oh, come on. Let's have the sword as well while we're here. And pop another one of those. Not that we've got much in the way of health anyway. Certainly worth another drink, I think.
If it could be said that a land descended into madness, it would be an accurate account of Dark Eden. A garden of horrors, seeded with thick perversion of nature's design. I knew that this Dark Eden I had trespassed upon would continue to grow until all of Nosgoth was consumed.
Curse you, trees! Yeah, land of twisted and perverted nature. Apart from the frickin' trees. They're everywhere. Why couldn't they be like twisted into things that you could walk past? These are really weird. I think they're supposed to be some kind of mutated wolf, but they actually come across as being more in the way of, I don't know, like a giant mole with a shovel for a nose. Very strange indeed. There's also a cave in there, as you saw from the overhead view. I'm not going to bother. As I mentioned in one of the earlier videos, there's quite a few little caves and stuff that are hidden around the place. There's also a code that you can decipher information about the caves and when they open and things like that, but some of them only open at certain times of the month in terms of game time, not real time. And really, I don't want to spend that much time sitting doing nothing in front of a cave. Weird to see one of those again. We haven't seen one for quite a while.
Magic seethed and shifted. I watched the dome of energy as it expanded, absorbing and recreating, consuming life, and leaving behind only a twisted parody.
Trying to get some health off this guy. Probably a pointless exercise considering the amount of times he's hitting me. But hey. Probably would have had more bloody health if I'd have just left him alone. Anyway, progress must be made. Pick up a few extras while we're here. More mana. Nothing too exciting. I'm not sure actually when the next major pickup comes. I have a feeling we're due some armor. Anyway, video's gone on long enough I think, and once this purple guy dies, I think I'm going to cut the video short. I've been Keric the Pally. This has been Blood Omen. You have a good evening.